Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Given the tropical rainstorm Ophelia coming through the area here around Jersey, I winded up having a lot more time than I thought I was going to have today. I mentioned yesterday in a segment that I wanted to create a new type of segment for my channel where I was going to review videos. Just go into I kind of been inspired by Critical Drinker, Mauler, and Nerdrotic. I wanted to do something more freeformish, where we discuss a lot of the more on the Asian end. So what would happen is that they seem to focus a lot on Star Wars, Star Trek. They have all that comics, and they talk a lot about how they feel about them, and all the stuff going on there. But I figured, let me talk a little bit about some on the other side. They seem to be, by the way, in love with One Piece live action, which is kind of funny. But, given I've known about it for how long, and the funny thing is just, they don't seem to like the anime as much as they like the live action adaptation. But anyway, back to this channel is that what I'm trying to do is, yes, go into more of the history, more of the characters, more of that kind of thing, and just give my 2 cents. I don't know if I could keep the format as long as they do. I'll try and keep it a little bit within reason, but go over things, include some shots, and give you some history. So yes, the first one I wanted to start with was basically one of my favorite films, Hakaider. Yes, Media Blasters, we did release Hakaider in the early 2000s. It was a great release. It did very well. How did we find out about it? Well, Media Blasters was always kind of a fan-based company. So what happened was we had people in the office who would make suggestions, say, hey, John, I like this. John, I like that. And Hakaider came across, and there were a couple people said, yeah, that film's fantastic. It's just an amazing film. We got to release it if you can get your hands on it. I happened to be at the film market. It was early in Media Blaster days. And what happened was I said, who had it and whatever. We went to the company that had it. They're very old, very, I don't think it's any mystery. It was Toei. And back then, they were very conservative, and Media Blasters was a young punk. And they really didn't take us that seriously in the beginning. As time went on, went year after year, finally, after showing them how much we were releasing, what we were doing, they gave us Hakaider. What got me inspired by Hakaider was just that trailer.
I am Hakaider, the one who destroys to bring justice.
In this mysterious megapolis, every individual is under total mind control. Hakaider, the Robo-Man, awakens from a long sleep. Ruthless justice? Or satanic evil? Treason? Or revenge? What's his purpose?
If this piece is fictitious, I shall destroy it.
I remember the first time I saw that Hakaider trailer. It's amazing. You definitely have to check it out. And I'll throw it over here for you guys, most of it or all of it. The thing about the trailer was just the voiceover and the character and the whatever. I didn't really know who Hakaider was. I just knew the creator. I mean, Kieta Amemiya to me was kind of like a master. A lot of people in the early days, everyone knew Zayram. If you were into the whole Asian films and you liked sci-fi, Zayram was something pretty much everyone watched through copies, through whatever. Fox Lorber did the Zayram film. They did it in their own. They did their own thing on Zayram as well. They created the dub and they had their own, I believe, cut of it. So it was all, they had it. So I saw it. And then I found out about Kieta Amemiya. Then so I was just like, this is going to be just amazing. So what happened was, with that in mind, we eventually did acquire the film. And when I saw it, I was just blown away by it. The film itself is, there's this place called Jesus Town.
Can you hear that? It's the sound of joy from the crowds. Today is the 3-year anniversary of Jesus Town. The people are grateful to me. The world calls Jesus Town a miracle country.
As far as Jesus Town goes, because the whole thing is that this kind of utopia, all right? So what happens is that the utopia, it's basically that everyone there is this kind of like almost forced happiness. They're all happy, they're all peaceful, and it's all because of the character Gurdjieff. Yes, he's the kind of the ruler. I'm trying to remember these names. Is that in Gurdjieff, he kind of like, he implants this thing into your brain.
Come here. Out of here.
A probe is inserted in the middle of the brain, and a microchip is implanted there. And it sends signals blocking the brain cortex and its electrical circuitry, eliminating all willpower.
And when he implants it in your brain, you become just kind of like a zombie. So you're basically just a bunch of walking zombies in this Jesus Town. Now, Hakaider was actually, according to this movie, was created by Gurdjieff, and he was like the enforcer. If anyone did not comply with the whole, putting the thing, be peaceful and comply with everything that he wanted, he would, Hakaider would come, and either you had to, get the thing implanted, or you were basically killed or thrown into prison, I guess would be the alternatives. So what happened was that I then found out that Hakaider actually comes from what I could see here, according to a Hakaider Wikipedia, is that, it's a Hakaider Wikipedia, he's in that series. Hakaider actually, believe in Japan, it means, according to, destroy it. And that's what Hakaider does. He destroys. So he's the evil guy, the baddie in the Hakaider series. He fights, and that's a long series. If you're into the Toku end of it, I would love to, be involved with that maybe one day. But the whole thing is that you have Hakaider and you have Hakaider. Now, by the way, Hakaider has a squad of evil guys. He has Gil Hakaider, he has Red Hakaider, he has Blue Hakaider, and he has Silver Hakaider. Now, these baddies basically kick ass and fight. in that show. But Hakaider, the one that we see in the movie Hakaider, is definitely based upon pictures here. I have the old pictures of some of the other Hakaiders, and I'll insert them here for you guys. Is also, you have then the Gil Hakaider, which seems to be the one that, for whatever reason, Kiatamamiya decided to do. Now, the costumes in this movie Hakaider are amazing. I mean, it's just like, I can't really say. I mean, that's the thing about Kiatamamiya. He's an amazing storyteller, but more important, he's also an animator. He's also a designer. So he's a character designer. So he draws and makes everything. So it's like, the guy, what isn't he good at? So what happens is that he creates all these, he created those designs and whatever, the costumes were made. When you see the character of Michael is basically in Jesus Town, he's the new enforcer.
Don't kill me.
Even if you're a criminal, we must respect your life.
Who are you? What the hell do you want?
My name is Michael, the one who keeps law and order.
He is much more, he's all, of course, to give the whole Star Wars thing. You got, Michael's in white and Gurdjieff is in white, and what is Hakaider in black? So, you have the two opposite ends of the thing. So that's the thing. He kind of like represents that. Michael is this more taller, majestic kind of character. He even has some wings on him. I'll, again, include stuff about him. And the whole thing is that, as far as it goes, is that how it opens up the film is that Hakaider has been locked away.
What the hell? It's a man! What's he doing here? After all these years? Huh? Look. Look. Get back.
He's alive. It's him. The leader.
In this prison. And what happens is that these bunch of rebels, because there are people who are trying to overthrow Gurdjieff and get the town, whatever, they try to actually, free Hakaider or get him out of there to see what happens. When they do, they're in for a surprise. He's a pretty angry dude. Hakaider doesn't really have much emotion, to say the least. That's what makes it so much fun. He is just very Terminator-like. He just does not stop. He has, his objective, and that's it. So when they free him, they find out the hard way. But once Hakaider is sentient or whatever, he is on his way. He winds up where he breaks out. He breaks into, it's a wonderful little piece where he breaks into, and the guy is looking at him. He just drives through it. It goes, and the motorcycle goes through. That's great.
Beyond this border, you're in Jesus Town. Please show me your entrance visa. Did you hear me? Please show me your entrance visa. Hey, you! Come back here, you! You'll pay for this! Huh?
He gets to the other side, into Jesus Town, and now he's looking for Gurdjieff. He wants his revenge. He wants to take care of him. Basically, then Gurdjieff knows, and he's like, Michael, you gotta take care of Hakaider.
Hakaider just kills and destroys. Our paradise is in danger. He will bring chaos into my order. So you must eliminate Hakaider. No matter what, Michael.
So basically that's the whole film. The whole film is basically around of, Gurdjieff trying to keep peace, this fake artificial peace. Hakaider, who's evil. He's not a good guy. He is about as, in this film, he is about as anti-hero as you can get. And what happens then is that he winds up where he's in, he does take on Michael. He does take on him in the film. And there's an amazing fight scene. I'll throw some clips up here. Of the fight scene. It's just, and it's done at a time where it was all done kind of in that stop motion animation. It's just wonderful to see. I love that stuff. That's why I'm going to do one of Doom Megalopolis also. That one, the movie we just released, I'll do something on that. But I love that kind of, before CG, or it worked with CG, is to have that kind of stop motion and that kind of, real practical effects. It was just wonderful to see. And Hakaider has that. The fight is amazing to the end. Everybody goes down like in pieces. It's just a blast to see. And then, of course, at the very end, there's this wonderful scene at the end where basically Hakaider is about to walk off and leave. I think Gurdjieff just there to kind of like, whatever.
Go ahead. Kill me. Show me your justice.
Don't worry. It's not worth it to even kill you.
I took care of you, I took your guy out and stuff like that. But then Michael, I think he Gurdjieff pulls out a little pistol, and then Hakaider just finishes him off. And it's just kind of just the ending of the film. And you see just Hakaider just driving off, and the people now. You really don't get this whole thing of what happens to Jesus Town and are the people now, whatever. There's no, there's none of that. The film itself, which is kind of interesting, the director's cut, which we did, is 77 minutes long. And that does include a lot of extra footage when compared to the theatrical cut, which is only 52 minutes. So given all the violence and everything about Hakaider, they cut 25 minutes of it out. So you really do need to see the director's cut. In fact, that's the one we dubbed into English. And that one is the better of the two cuts, without a doubt. It's just, like I said, the film is just a blast. My thoughts on it is that you don't have to be a tokusatsu fan. You don't even have to know Hakaider. You don't have to know any of that stuff. Just sit back. This is the kind of film, have a beer, have a whatever, I'm having coffee right now, and I'm kind of getting myself all, high on, candy corn or whatever here. But just sit back and just, have a blast. This is not a film. This is kind of like I call, just feel good, kind of brain, put your brain in neutral. Don't try to think about it. Enjoy the visuals, enjoy some great storytelling. We don't need to go into the whole, oh my God, it's good versus evil and, forced peace and all that kind of stuff. Just have a blast, laugh, and enjoy it. That to me, there's a lot of films that I love that are in that category. Story of Ricky. Actually, Zayram is that too. Zayram 2. These are just what I call fun films. Enjoy it. You do have some good storytelling. I wouldn't call it great storytelling in Hakaider, but I mean it does have. There are parts of it where you'll get a little bit like what's going on, because what happens is Hakaider somehow in the gang. There's this one girl there. I forget her name. Hold on a second. The girl there, Karu. This girl Karu kind of shows some interest in him, like a romantic interest, because there are parts of the film where Hakaider kind of becomes human. You'll see him kind of look like before he was Hakaider, I guess. They don't really explain that whole thing, but you have to assume that that was Hakaider and whatever before. And Karu kind of becomes like, yeah, she's interested in him, because they're a part of the film where it kind of goes slow, and what happens is that you find Hakaider and the gang all talking about things, what they're going to do to overthrow. Hakaider could care less, he's kind of just there. But the whole thing is in this sequence, they go into this dream sequence, and I remember, I think it's you'll see the girl with wings, you see all this stuff, and then you see it's just supposed to be this deep kind of thing, but the truth is I don't know if it really pulls that off. I think that part probably didn't pull it off too well, but overall though, the film though is just, forgetting that, the film is just great. I mean, there's really other no word. It's just one of those films I can watch over and over again without thinking. It's definitely worth it. It's kind of like Tokyo Gore Police, like I said, and Story of Ricky. There's no real, oh my God, I need to understand this whole, what are these characters and what's their motivation and all this kind of stuff. No, you don't. You could just kind of take it pretty simple and do it like that. So in the end, yes, we now have Hakaider on Blu-ray, like I have here. It looks wonderful. You have the English dub there. We also have some trailers. We also put in a little Easter egg there of some of the other, we got it by accident. When they sent us the materials, they also sent us this, it was all on film. So that, yeah, back in the days when we had the films. And what happened was there was this little trailer of some other of the, toku shows. So I'll try and throw this
能力と人類の科学が合体し誕生した新戦士劇場用特別編。銃口せよインセクトヒーロー、銃口 B ファイター。
So basically, guys, I hope, this gives you any idea. You could pick up Hakaider on Amazon. You could pick it up on the Media Blaster storefront for $19.99. This thing is a steal. I mean, and you're going to get, like on most of the stores, you get $5 off. This is definitely the kind of, like I said, kind of stuff that you just love to watch, especially on a day like today, which is kind of another reason why I picked it, where you just want fun. And this film is fun, and it is one of those guilty pleasures. And like I said, you want to meet the ultimate anti-hero? Here he is in this film, Hakaider. He could care less about saving Jesus Town. He could care less about the people there. What he cares about, I want to get that guy, and he's done. You guys have a great day. Bye.